So Aaron and I are going to part ways for a little bit.
We're going our separate ways. This is the big rift.
We're breaking up. This is where Aaron becomes my mortal enemy.
That's right.
But I am going to the Federation of Beer tasting. Aaron is going to the Star Trek Writers panel.
No, it is a Star Trek novel writers panel. So not to be confused with like TV shows, but with the Star Trek novels.
Okay.
So these are guys who are both writing current Star Trek novels as well as guys who have written previous Star Trek novels.
Okay.
So it's kind of cool.
Yeah. So he'll report back on that after the panel. Walked around the show floor. We'll give you some thoughts on that here in a minute. But let's go try some beer. I am at Beer Culture on 45th Street for the Federation of Beer 50th Anniversary Golden Ale tasting. Starts here in a little bit. This is Beer Culture. I'm looking forward to checking it out. Got this sign. How cool is that? This place seems really nice. Looking forward to checking it out. They actually have a couple of Star Trek beers on draft, including this Hebrew Vulcan Ale and the Trouble with Tribble. And here's the inside of Beer Culture.
That's actually probably the first one that has a smell as well. You really even out there somewhere close to college, I think. My cousin might know.
I am here with the guys from Shmaltz Brewing Company. And introduce yourself, guys. Why don't we start from right to left?
Sure. I'm Greg Shanice, Marketing Director at Shmaltz.
All right.
I'm Ivan Denick, brewer at Shmaltz.
I am Joe Granite, Regional Rep for Shmaltz Brewing.
And we are here to taste your 50th anniversary Golden Ale.
Yes, so this is the second release of our 50th anniversary Golden Ale. It's our tribute to 50 years of Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
This one is Voyage to the Northeast Quadrant, which Ivan actually developed the recipe for and actually brewed the beer that we're going to be having today.
So tell me about what inspired the taste of the beer and, you know, what went into it.
Yeah, it's kind of like a New England style IPA, so really fruity in the nose, a little bit of mild bitterness in the finish, very light, dry, easy drinking pale ale at 5%, so it's kind of a borderline session pale ale.
So what brought you guys to get into Star Trek? Because this isn't your first Star Trek beer either.
No, so how this all happened is we got in touch, or Federation of Beer got in touch with us about actually producing Star Trek themed beers since they got the rights from CBS to be able to do this. We at Shmaltz have a history of doing stuff with pop culture and having a lot of fun with our packaging and our recipes and our beers and just the whole culture of the company. And it was great to get the invite, and you know, we jumped at the chance to kind of make something that is so iconic in the world of pop culture and in the world of sci-fi. And yeah, this is the third beer that we've made for the Star Trek series. The first one was a Vulcan Red Ale called the Genesis Effect. The second was our first 50th anniversary ale that was called the Trouble with Tribbles. And then this is the third release called the Voyage to the Northeast Quadrant.
Okay. And where's your brewery located?
We're in Clifton Park, New York.
Clifton Park, New York.
Yep.
And where do you guys distribute?
We distribute currently to over 35 states across the country.
Oh, fantastic.
So you can find us in a number of areas. Started out just in Northern California, San Francisco area. The founder and owner, Jeremy Cowan, actually started this in his kitchen and was self-distributing out of the back of his car. And then kept growing and growing, and eventually he moved to New York City, where we started distributing a little bit more and doing more contract brewing. And 3 years ago, we opened our own brewery right in Clifton Park, New York, where we produce all of the Shmaltz beers as well as a couple of other breweries' beers. We do some contract brewing for them, and we distribute out of that location all of our beers to the different states that have picked us up.
Great. And Golden Anniversary Ale, it is called, the official name is?
Voyage to the Northeast Quadrant.
Voyage to the Northeast Quadrant. Distributed in bottles?
Yes, bottles and kegs. It's actually on tap today where we are here, and it also comes in 4 packs.
Great. All right, and if folks want to check out your website, it would be?
Shmaltzbrewing.com. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We're all over the place.
Great, thank you very much. I went with the flight, actually, of all 4 beers. So I've got the Vulcan Ale, the Trouble with Tribbles, the Voyage to the Northeast Quadrant, and finally the Slingshot. Hebrew is actually the brewery that Shmaltz used to be named before they changed their name. So I'm going to try all 4 of these, see how they are. Alright, first up is the Vulcan Ale.
Oh, okay.
It's good. It's got a malty finish to it. Caramel, a little sweet actually. Very tasty. It's a lager. Yeah, I like that one. I would drink a bottle of that, absolutely. In addition to having 12 beers on draft, Beer Culture also has a ton of bottles in the back. Looks like special edition bottles. But all these bottles and cans here that you can drink on premises. Some stuff here that I've never seen before, which is fantastic. I always like going places and trying new beers. Next up is the Trouble with Tribble Blonde Ale. So the Blonde Ale, I like the Vulcan Ale so far more. It is a bit of a malty finish on that one. And the second sip actually I enjoyed more than the first, probably because I just went from the IPA to the Blonde Ale. It's easy drinking. Okay, no, the more I drink it, the more I like it. I think I just needed a palate cleanser right between the IPA and the Blonde Ale. So that's a good one. All right, Voyage to the Northeast Quadrant, which is the Golden Anniversary Golden Ale, 5% ABV. And here it is. I'm going to take 2 sips since I just came from the other beer. That one's really good. That is a really good Golden Ale. Yeah, that one, like they said, they sell it in 4-packs. They have it on tap in certain locations. That one, actually, out of the 3 I've tried so far, that's by far my favorite. So I am having a full glass of the Golden Anniversary Ale. It is delicious. I just spoke to the brewer. There's maize in it, and he said a whole bunch of the stuff that I don't really understand. Even as a beer guy, I'm not a brewer, but it sounds really intricate, and it tastes very intricate. It's a good beer. So if you can find it, Voyage to the North Quadrant, Star Trek 50th Anniversary Edition, Golden Anniversary Ale. And finally, we have the Slingshot. So we're going to go ahead and give that one a shot. Out of the 4, it's probably, well, let's try it again. All right, second sip.
Oh, nice.
No, out of the 4, the Slingshot is probably still my least favorite. Voyage to the Northeast Quadrant, my favorite. Then the Vulcan Ale and the Trouble with Tribble. But you know what? They're all actually really good beers. They're all quality. They taste like craft beers. None of them taste like swill, which is good. You don't want them to, right? But Shmaltzbrewing.com. Definitely check them out. See if this beer is available in your area. But this was tasty. And check it out. They gave me this hat. Behind Scotty. Shmaltz Brewing Company. Very cool. Thanks to the guys at Shmaltz for the tasting and this cool hat.